Jack Benny program.
Second shift. Second shift. Oh, these plates go on the top shelf. Now look what you've done. That's the third dish you've dropped this week. You are, without a doubt, the clumsiest.
Rochester!
Uh-oh. Are you going to get it now?
Rochester, have you seen the second section of... Well, I don't blame you for not being able to face me.
Boss, why don't you give up trying to teach her to help with the dishes?
She's got to do something to earn her keep.
Well, you taught her to scratch your back. That ought to be enough. Uh-oh, I'll get it.
Overhill locomotive, 37 1/4. Atlas cotton, 18 7/8. National needlework, 22 1/2. Addison Builders, 15 1/8. 15 1/8. Yeah, sounds pretty high. I wonder what the price was yesterday.
14 1/4.
Holly, how would you know it? Oh, yes, I put yesterday's paper in the bottom of your cage. See, open air mining up 2 1/2. Pittsburgh gravel down 1.
Here's your producer.
Hello, Joe. Come on and sit down. Have some coffee. Huh?
No, thanks. Boy, have we got problems. Why did I ever get into show business anyway?
Well, what are you worried about? We rehearse next week's show. Everything is great.
That's what you think. The sponsor just called and says he doesn't like the script. So we have to find a new one.
We can't find a new script at this late date. We'd have to start all over again. Anyway, with a live show, you have to be right on schedule. You know, 4 days for production, 3 days for rehearsals.
And 2 days to mix the batter for your makeup.
Certainly.
Well, Jack, let's not waste time. Where are those scripts we've been saving for future shows?
In the den.
Well, come on, let's take a look at them.
Okay. I don't know. Ooh. I'll have to cut Polly's nails. I don't know what to do.
Wait a minute. I think I've got one. It's a musical, something we've never done before.
A musical?
And what a story. I remember the whole thing, Jack. You're a theatrical agent, and you've only got 2 clients who are dancers, a boy and a girl, but they're not getting anyplace. So you decide to team them up. And from that moment on, the 3 of you make a fortune.
Hey, that sounds pretty good. You know, a musical on my television show would be something different.
Jack, you can't miss with this. You know, I remember Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire once did a musical with practically the same background.
Well, then we have... Hey, wait a minute. You just said something.
What did I say? What?
That's who we'll get. Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire. The public would love to see them back together again.
That's a great idea. I'll put in a call right now.
Wait a minute. You can't call people like that. I'll go over and talk to Ginger Rogers personally. She's a very, very good friend of mine.
Well, good. While you're talking to Ginger, I'll try and get hold of Fred Astaire.
Fine.
I got his
Let's
address
go.
here somewhere.
Okay. How do you do? I'm Jack Benny. I'd like to speak to Miss Ginger Rogers, please.
Oh, yes, sir, but she's busy just now.
Well, it's quite important that I talk to her. Do you mind if I wait?
Very well, sir. Come in.
Thank you.
Make yourself comfortable, sir. I'll tell Miss Rogers you're here.
Thank you. magazines, no candy. Magazines I can get in my doctor's office.
Yes, Irma. Oh. I just can't make up my mind which dress to wear tonight.
Miss Rogers, Mr. Jack Benny's here to see you.
Jack Benny? Oh, did he say what he wanted?
No, ma'am. But he seems quite determined to see you.
Oh, well, I wonder... Oh, my goodness. You don't suppose he's heard about the party I'm giving tonight?
You mean he hasn't been invited?
No. Oh, he's nice enough. It's just that when other men come to parties, they bring their wives or their girlfriends, but he always brings his violin. And the last time I invited him, he insisted upon playing it, and everybody left before the party even got started.
Oh, that lovely food gone to waste.
Oh, it didn't go to waste. He stayed and ate it. But maybe I'm jumping to conclusions. There is a chance he hasn't found out about the party tonight. I think I'd better go down and see what he wants. Yes. Thank you. Jack!
Oh, Ginger.
My, this is an unexpected pleasure.
Thank you.
You were in the neighborhood and you just dropped in, huh?
Well, no, not exactly. I made a special trip to see you because I had to see you before tonight.
Tonight?
Yes. Yes, now, this is very important to me. You know, I cannot understand why...
Jack, could I fix you a drink?
No, thank you. Now, Ginger, you and I have been friends for, a long time, so let's get right down to the point. Now, I cannot understand why...
Jack, have a piece of candy.
What a sneaky way to hide it.
Well, go on, have some, Jack.
Ginger, really, I'm too excited to eat. Now, the reason I came down here is because, well, I cannot understand why you and I have never appeared on television together.
Is that what you came to see me for?
Well, certainly. What did you think I wanted?
Oh, well, I thought... Well, you see... Oh, come on, Jack, sit down. Now, what was it you wanted me to do?
Well, I want you to be a guest star on my television show.
Ah.
And I have a script. Well, it's the most wonderful idea for you and Fred Astaire.
Oh, my, that does sound interesting. You know, Fred and I haven't worked together for a long time.
Well, that's the whole idea. And, Ginger, because we're pressed for time, we do have to start rehearsing tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock in the morning?
See, you can get to bed early tonight and then be all set to go. You haven't anything to do this evening, have you?
No. Oh, no.
Good. Well, then, let me give you an idea of the story. It's absolutely wonderful. Now, I play the part of a broken-down theatrical agent. I haven't even enough money to pay my office rent. Now, I only have 2 clients, and they're both dancers.
How do you do?
See, and they don't know each other. Now, you, naturally, the girl, Fred is the...
Oh, yes, come
Now,
right
I
in.
introduce you to each other. And just when you become a great big success, I find out that...
I'm expecting a couple of relatives from the East to dinner. My Aunt Virginia and her husband.
Oh. Well, after you and Fred become a big success, see, you're just about to split up because...
Aunt Virginia's a big eater.
Now, let me show you the wonderful way that we start this show. Now, we open with a sensational dance number by you right at the height of your career. And then we show a flashback. See, we go way back to how it all happened.
Jack.
Don't tell me. Your uncle is a juggler.
Yes.
Well, how about it, Ginger? Will you do it?
Well, it certainly sounds good to me.
Fine. And all you have to do is sign this contract right here.
Oh, but
I
but
spoke
Jack...
to your agent, and this is your established salary. Everything's okay. Don't worry, that's my standard contract. Is there something wrong?
Well, I don't know. It's written in Latin.
My lawyer went to medical school.
All right, Jack, I'll take your word for it.
There we are. Everything's all set. And Ginger, I'll see you tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock for rehearsal, huh?
All right, Jack, I'll be there.
Good. Oops. Your Aunt Virginia and her husband?
They're bringing their children.
Well, I'll see you in the morning.
Goodbye, Jack.
Bye.
Boss, you've been pacing the floor for 15 minutes. Why don't you sit down and relax?
How can I relax? I've got Ginger Rogers all set, and I don't hear from Joe. If he hasn't got Fred Astaire, I don't know what we'll do. Maybe that's him. Hello?
Excuse me, sir. This will only take a moment
Look,
of your time.
will you call me back later, please? I don't want the line all tied up. Joe's going to call me later.
Oh, yes.
Well, all right, make it fast. Jack! Joe, I'm in here. Now, look, don't leave me in suspense. Did you get Fred Astaire?
Relax, relax. I got him.
Did you tell him about rehearsal?
Well, no, he won't be at rehearsal tomorrow. You see, I caught him just as he was leaving for New York.
I know, but what do we're doing the show in 2 days.
Now, Jack, you've got nothing to worry about. Fred said he wanted to do the same dance he did with Ginger in Top Hat. So if you'll do that routine, there won't be any need for rehearsing, and Fred will be back in time for the show.
Well, as long as he makes it. Look, you go to the studio, and I'll see you there in 15 minutes.
Hello? Hello?
What television show are you watching?
What show are we watching? We're not watching any show. We're trying to get one on.
Who is it? Come in.
Your agent.
Oh, it's you, Jack.
How do you like my tie? When I play a part, I throw myself into it. Well, I think we've got a great show. The last rehearsal went fine.
Well, it did seem a little funny rehearsing without Fred. Is he here yet?
No, but he'll be here. I checked the airport, and his flight came in about an hour ago. He should be here any minute. How do you feel? Are you nervous?
A little bit. After all, this is a live show, and I'm used to films.
Well, don't let it bother you. You know, there's an old tradition in the theater. If you're not nervous, you're not a true artist.
Really? How do you feel?
I'm a wreck. Well, see you later.
Okay, Jack. Oh, this earring will coming off all the time.
Hey, fix me up a little bit, will you, please?
Jack, I just got this telegram.
Yeah?
It's from Fred Astaire. He's still in Chicago. His plane's been grounded.
Oh, no. Well, the show goes on in a few minutes. What are we going to do?
Well, there's only one thing to do. Cut the dance number.
I guess that's the only thing. Well, look, I'll get in touch with Malin Merrick, the musical conductor, and you tell Ginger that the dance is out.
Right. Ginger? Ginger? Oh, where is she? Have you seen Ginger Rogers?
I think she's in the dressing room.
No, I just looked there. Have you seen Miss Rogers?
She was in that phone booth just a moment ago.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, Joe! Did you tell Ginger?
I'm still looking for her. You better help me find her.
I can't even find Malin.
Well, I'll look over on this side. Little less amber, Pete.
Yes, sir.
Hey, where's Malin Merrick?
He's in the orchestra pit.
Everybody on stage. Everybody on stage.
Oh, for heaven's sake, we're on. Oh, my goodness, there's the music.
We got a a date for this evening with a star who could light up the sky. She's rhythm.
Ginger!
Music. She's a lover for losing and no one to let out a sigh. So here is our date for tonight.
I've got a date for this evening with a star that I met on the screen. My partner in dance, my flaming romance. You surely must know who I mean.
Who, me?
We're going stepping this evening, and it's hard to control my delight. He's smooth, he's gallant, he's a gay bon vivant who still has my heart taking flight as I wait for my date for tonight.
Jack, not so tight.
and gentlemen, before I present my guest star again, I would like to clear something up because, well, I don't like to fool anybody. Of course, I'm referring to the dance sequence that you just saw. Naturally, those intricate steps had to be done by an extremely good dancer. You know, someone young, nimble, and agile. So I'd like to have the man who doubled for me come out and take a bow. Big show-off. And now may I present my guest star, Miss Ginger Rogers. Ginger, I want to tell you what a great pleasure it was having you on my show.
Well, thank you, Jack. It's been a lot of fun.
Well, I enjoyed it, too. You know, you may not know this, but when I was younger, I did quite a bit of dancing. As a matter of fact, I entered a contest once, and my partner and I won first prize. You wouldn't believe that, would you?
Oh, yes, I would, Jack. My mother still has the cup.
It's not what you think, folks. I sold it to her. Anyway, Ginger, let me thank you once again for being with me.
Thank you, Jack. I have a little confession I'd like to make.
Confession? What's that?
Well, you remember the other day when you came over to my house?
Yeah?
Well, I was giving a party that night, and I didn't invite you.
Oh, well, that's all right. I wouldn't have come anyway.
You wouldn't?
No, you see, I made it a policy never to go to any parties that I cater.
Jack, my party was catered by Francois Caterers. Or when I talked to them on the phone, I talked to Mr. Francois himself.
Oui, oui. I remember the conversation. Well, Ginger, before you leave, may I ask you something?
Yes, Jack. What is it?
Well, the show is over now, and I thought maybe we could have dinner together, maybe spend part of the evening, you know.
Well, Jack, I'd love to, but I can't.
Why not?
Well, it just so happens that I have a date tonight with somebody else. As a matter of fact, he's waiting for me now.
Oh. Well, it was just a thought, you know. Some other time.
Jack.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Goodbye, Ginger. See, God, that I haven't got. Oh, well. Good night, folks. I'll see you soon.